Yeah?
Tucson already? Not hardly. It's just Dragoon Springs.
I never heard of it.
No reason you should have. And once you've seen it, you'll be happy to forget it. How long will we stop? Half hour. You in a hurry? Seems like everybody's in a hurry these days. Everybody hustling towards something.
Or running from something.
From out of the West, Dick Powell's Zane Grey Theater. When we talk about settling the West, we automatically think of wagon trains and Indian wars. But there's one item that did more to bring civilization to the West than all the guns and railroads put together. This is a drummer's bag. The office of the first traveling salesman. He was a combination department store, newspaper, and social authority. He brought needed goods, spread the latest gossip, and the Saturday night hoedown taught the newest dance steps. Milady's chapeau. Came in 3 colors, yellow, yellower, and yellowest. Hair tonic. Not much for grooming the hair, but it sure tasted mighty good on a cold winter night. He was also an optometrist, fitted his spectacles very scientifically. Same pair for everybody. What he didn't have, he'd order for you. Guaranteed delivery next spring. The story you're about to see is about a drummer and a strange and eventful stagecoach ride. It stars Eddie Albert, Mona Freeman, and John Ericson.
We came through a dust storm just before we got to... Hey, what are you doing here?
All right, folks. Half-hour stop while they change the horses. Coffee, ham, and eggs inside. Oh, Doctor, your case will be safe enough on the coach.
I'll take care of my own things, thank you. Well, a quick-tempered fella, huh? Biting the hand is going to feed him. Yeah, I know I can leave it in the stage, but the salesman without a sample case is like an elephant without a trunk.
Right that way, sir. Looks like we traveled all this way to get no place.
I don't know. It looks real hospitable to me.
Aren't you getting out?
Why should I?
Half hour's a long time to sit and wait.
Just as long in there as it would be in here.
I think you feel better after a cup of coffee.
Take my own coffee.
Suit yourself.
I can manage. Now, Marshal, will you tell me what you're doing here?
Been a bank robbery in Las Cruces. Bide Turley. Got close to $5,000.
Well, that still don't tell me why you're in Dragoon Springs.
A word come through to me that Bide Turley may be on your stage. Trouble is, I never laid eyes on him and gotten a good description.
What do you figure to do?
A Big George out the Sloan Ranch knows Turley on sight. Knew him in El Paso.
Is George here?
I sent for him. Should have been here an hour ago.
I suppose George don't get here. It's time for the stage to leave.
He'd better.
I'll bet you're a fine hand with a skillet.
Well, I haven't had any complaints.
Well, is that a sign of a good cook or polite customers?
I'll let you decide.
All right, I'll have 4 eggs. Well, this traveling always puts me off my feed.
And how about the Virginian? I grew up in Shenandoah. Ought to recognize a home voice when I hear one. I had a brother with General Lee, Army of Northern Virginia. He was killed.
What's that, please?
What was your regiment?
Would you mind taking my order?
Well, I was just interested. You being a Virginian.
I was once. Right now, I'm in Arizona. In a month's time, I may be a Californian, and then who knows?
I seem to say the wrong things to you.
Ham and eggs and black coffee.
Well, maybe everything's wrong.
piece of cup. Here for some coffee?
See, you get your order, Doc?
Oh, all I want is some coffee.
Hey, if you got a minute before the stage leaves, my back's been paining me.
I'm not a
Just take
doctor.
a look.
No, there ain't nothing in there for no healing back. Now, if you're interested in a line of fancy yard goods, or maybe the finest line of thread in the country.
I never would have pegged you as a yard goods salesman.
No? What'd you think I was?
Oh, you're a drummer, plain enough, but I'd have guessed your line was maybe whiskey.
That's the secret of my success, you know. It catches the ladies off their guard. Huh? And it's a little late for tears, May. You didn't have any doubts in Las Cruces.
Everything is so different than I thought it would be. You're different, too.
When you're tired, everything is different.
Did you see anything?
If your bank robber had a lady friend, I bet on those two over in the corner.
For the money stashed in the big purse. She's sure upset.
Less if we only hadn't taken that money. If we'd have just run off the way you wanted to at first.
We had to do it that way. We had to do it that way to get a start.
The money spoiled everything.
Well, if handling the money bothers you, I'll take charge of it.
No,
For my money, it could have been any of them.
except the soldier.
There's a chance. Pass the word to him.
You mean tell him about Turley?
Comes a ruckus, wouldn't do any harm to have him on my side.
I wouldn't count on that one. I'll talk to him anyway. Here you are.
Well, things look brighter here now. Huh? You and your pa worked here long?
Oh, yes, quite a while.
Time comes you want to get married. You count on me to recommend you. Miss, you're a howling bearcat of a cook.
Thank you. Excuse me. Food's ready.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. We think that one of those men in there is Bide Turley. He robbed a bank in Las Cruces.
So?
The trouble is the marshal doesn't know which man it is.
Which one is the marshal?
It's the fellow in there that's been helping me. As soon as he can identify him, he'll make an arrest, but he'd like to know if you'd help him in case there's trouble.
How do you know I'm not your bank robber?
Well, I don't, but
I say you don't think I'm capable.
I'm sorry. I didn't...
Don't apologize. I'll get used to it.
Don't you stop being sorry for yourself.
Food getting cold.
Can the marshal count on you?
Why should he?
Because Bide Turley's a... Because he's a killer. Look, all the marshal wants to know is if you'll help him.
That's the marshal's problem. It's his job. You let him do it. Look, he's better off without my help, believe me.
Wow. Looks like I got my mouth all set for some coffee and there ain't none. Seems a crying shame that a pretty little thing like that's got to be stuck out here in an old dried up rattlesnake hole like this.
Well, Sandy come out after the war to marry the fellow that ran the station. Got here just in time to bury him instead.
Oh, is that a fact?
Apaches. She had no one to go back to, so she stayed here. Made a good life for herself.
There's a funny thing. I could have swore you and her was father and daughter.
Say, I was wondering if you'd have time to show me some of your samples. You know, I haven't had a new dress in a month of Sundays.
Nothing in this wide world would give me a greater pleasure. Just let me finish my coffee here.
Oh, you go ahead and drink your coffee. I'll just look through
Miss.
your sample case.
You wouldn't deprive a drummer of the pleasure of personally showing you his wares, would you now? Just give me 2 minutes.
Mister? Going out?
Any reason I shouldn't?
The plane ain't safe to wander off from the station, this territory being what it is.
How much longer are we going to have to stay here?
It's a half-hour wait. You just rest yourself, and I'll see if I can hurry things along at the stable.
Ma'am?
I'm sorry. I had no right to talk to you like that. You hit kind of close to home.
I've got a bad habit of talking too much. I'm sorry, too. Mr.
Ruxton, ma'am. Will Ruxton. About the other. I'd be no help. Last time I had a whole company depending on me. I didn't make it then.
Sure you'll recognize him, George?
Positive, Marshal. Been a long time, but I'll never forget Bide Turley. I don't see him.
We better go in to make sure.
Yeah.
Go, Marshal. You'd both be dead before you could draw. Everybody take your lead from the Marshal here now. Do just you're told. We'll be fine.
That's a nice gun, Marshal.
A little bulky for a shoulder piece.
What are you going to do with us?
Well, now, lady, I won't give you no trouble if you don't give me none. I'm just waiting for some friends here. My name is Bide. Where's that bag? Let's see what's inside.
There's nothing in it.
Open it.
There's nothing in it that could possibly be of any interest to you.
Open it! I thought you said you wasn't a doc. That there's the thing a doc uses. That when he's operating, I've seen that done. What's your angle?
I've given up medicine.
Run you out?
No point in staying. Half the town, more than half, died. Smallpox. My wife, my boy.
So you called it quits, huh?
Quiet! Stop it now, May. She's just scared. You know women, Mr. Turley.
Oh, I never claimed to. She wanted excitement, huh? That why she left her husband? Run away with you? Oh, I spotted you two right off. I seen plenty like you. Well, you got a good appetite.
I learned a while back to eat when I could.
I seem to have upset these other folks.
Why get upset? It's between you and the law. I got no stake in it.
Sensible fella. Where's the driver?
Out at the stables.
Let's have a look in that purse.
No.
It's just some personal things, Mrs. Turley.
Yeah, fetch it here.
It doesn't belong to me.
Don't cross me, lady.
Better do as he says. Take it to him, George.
What's the matter with you? Shooting's over. Get up.
Marshal,
Stay where you are.
I can't do it alone.
Then let him lay.
When there's a chance to save a man's life,
I'll help you.
thank you.
Why do you have to try a crazy thing like that?
At least he tried.
Ooh. Looks like your husband lost a lot more than a wife here.
Are you going to let him keep it?
What can I do?
That's about $400.
$400.
Oh, you're disappointed now. You was hoping it'd be a lot more, huh? A sight more. Well, after all, I guess you must have had to work pretty hard to get her to steal it for you. Well, still not $400. That's better than nothing. I tell you what. I don't think it's quite fair that you should have both her and the money. Supposing I give you a choice.
Like what?
You get to keep either her or the money.
Yes.
Now you know it was the money you wanted all the time now. You've been sitting there trying to figure out how you're going to shake her and get to keep the money.
Yes.
Which will it be?
Probably wasting my breath, but there's a gun in the silver tray under the counter.
Look, ma'am, haven't I made it plain?
There's no one else.
I can't stop him.
You can try.
Doc, he's bleeding bad. I've done everything I can, but you gotta help.
Let me alone.
Look, a man's dying, and you've got the skill to save him.
Skill.
All right. So you couldn't save the lives of the two people you cared the most about. For a doctor, that must be a terrible thing. But you tried, didn't you? You did the best you could. Look, won't you even look at him?
Why can't you let me alone? Just because I carry this, filled with dirty shirts, that doesn't make me a doctor.
No. And just because you walk on 2 feet doesn't make you a man either. What's the matter with you? With everybody? One failure. One hurt, and you think you can spend the rest of your life feeling sorry for yourself. You think you're excused from acting like human beings.
Quit wasting time over there. Get me some fresh coffee.
In just a minute.
I'll take care of it.
I'm waiting for that coffee. I'll get it for you. All right, how about that coffee now? What's the matter with you?
I'm sorry. I'll wipe it up for you.
Curly, watch out! On the counter. Nice work, son. All right, Curly. Up against that wall. Up against the wall.
What kind of a man are you? Trying to tip a killer.
Son, see if you can locate the driver. Tell him we're already in here.
Drop that gun.
You heard me. Get back, hero. Tie him up! What kept you so long?
Ran into a fellow with a rifle out there. He's hog-tied now. Where's the money?
It's in that sample case behind me.
Who's a cook around here?
I am.
Get me some victuals, will ya? We got a long ride, and I'm plumb starved.
Get them yourself. I don't cook for thieves or murderers.
Now, hold on here a minute, honey. You're gonna learn to do it.
Well, looks like Biden was wrong about the odds being in his favor. Ready to roll?
Where are the others?
To tell you the truth, I ain't sure how many passengers you got left.
Now, mister, you better tell the lady we're heading for Tucson.
Tell her yourself.
Stage leaving for Tucson. Everybody on board. Hey, mister, did you hear me?
I'm not leaving. Not yet.
Our lady, your husband's already on board.
My husband is in Las Cruces.
How about you?
Well, I'd like to stay, but I'll be right with you. The driver's in a hurry. You wish me luck?
I don't think you'll need it, Will.
Look, it's not too far from here to Tucson. I'd like to come back. See you.
I wish you would.
Goodbye.
I'll be expecting you.
Hey!